grounded, aware, and emotionally intelligent. You'll feel it. She'll keep showing up near you by coincidence. But it's not coincidence. It's her saying, I don't want to make the first move, but I want to be within reach. So if you want to, you can. And if you notice her pattern, you'll see she's already opened the door too. She gives you undivided attention, even in a crowded room. You're not the only one in the room. There are conversations everywhere, laughter, distractions, phones, buzzing, people moving, and yet she's locked in on you. Her attention doesn't just come in words, it comes in presence. She listens with her eyes. Her body subtly leans in. She tracks your thoughts, laughs at things you didn't even intend to be funny, reacts to your pauses like they're lines in a poem. That's not politeness, that's emotional gravitation. When a woman feels genuinely pulled towards you, she offers what most men never receive: her full energy. It's rare, it's sacred, and when you feel it, you'll know she's not just hearing me, she's experiencing me. And that kind of attention is never wasted on someone she doesn't feel drawn to. 3. She challenges you, but not to win. Sometimes she teases you, sometimes she pushes back, sometimes she disagrees, not with anger, but with fire. Not to be right, but to feel your strength. This is feminine curiosity, emotion. She's testing the temperature of your frame, not to destroy it, but to feel safe inside it. Women don't want perfection. They want to know that when their energy rises, when they challenge, flirt, or disrupt, you don't collapse, you don't fold, you don't flinch, you don't try to please you. Stand, because when you can meet her fire with calm, grounded confidence, not dominance, not submission, just presence, she feels what words can't say. This man can hold me, even when I can't hold myself. And that's when attraction deepens into something more primal and unforgettable. 4. She opens her inner world piece by piece. A woman's story is a garden with locked gates. She doesn't just hand you the key, but if she starts sharing memories, talking about her past, her wounds, her dreams, her fears, if she lets her voice soften and her guard slip, it means she's not just talking, she's inviting, because women only open emotionally to men who feel safe and strong enough to hold it all. She might test the waters first. I don't usually talk about this, or I'm not sure why I'm telling you this. Those aren't random comments. They're subconscious confessions. What she's really saying is, I feel something around you, something still, something safe, something strong enough to carry the weight. I don't show others. That's not friendship. That's intimacy growing in silence. 5. She remembers the details that even you forgot. Weeks go by, you barely remember what you said that night, but suddenly she brings it up. That story you told me about your brother, it stuck with me, or you once said your dream was to live by the ocean. Remember? And that's when it hits you. She was listening, not the surface kind, but soul-level attention. When a woman is into you, her emotional mind catalogues the little things, because those details, your tone, your dreams, your values are clues to your inner world. She wants to know it. She wants to walk in it. And the only way she can do that is by collecting your truth one moment at a time. So if she remembers the small things you only mentioned once, it means you've already made a deeper impact than you know. 6. She invites you into her world without saying the words. Attraction isn't just about flirtation, it's about inclusion. Watch how she talks about her life. I think you'd love this place. I go to, you have to try that coffee spot. I told you about my friends would get a kick out of you. She's painting pictures that include you. This isn't random, it's her subconscious, crafting a reality where you exist beside her. It means she's not just thinking about this moment. She's already imagined what life with you might feel like. Not because she's needy, not because she's planning a future, but because feminine energy always seeks connection. And if she's connecting dots that include you, you're already further into her emotional space than you think. 7. She reacts to your absence. even if she pretends not to. This one is powerful, because attraction is not just seen in closeness, but in the echo of your distance. Pull back. Don't initiate for a while. Don't vanish. Just pause. If she feels nothing, you'll hear silence. But if she's into you, she'll notice. She'll text you unexpectedly. She'll say, "You've been quiet lately." She'll throw in a playful jab. "Did you forget about me already?" She might mask it in humour. She might downplay it. But her message is clear. Where did your attention go? I miss how it felt when it was on me. This is where most men ruin the moment. They rush back in trying to compensate. But a stoic man doesn't chase, he observes, because when her reaction to your distance carries emotional weight, there's a reason you're confused. There's a reason you can't tell if she's flirting or just being nice, and it's not because you're clueless. It's because no one ever taught you the language of female interest. Women don't chase directly. They don't confess with words, they reveal through behaviour. And if you don't know how to decode those subtle, unspoken cues, you'll spend your entire life wondering, does she actually like me, or is she just polite? Here's the painful truth most men miss out on incredible women, not because they lacked confidence, but because they lacked awareness. They didn't see the way she lingered a little too long after saying goodbye. They didn't notice how she mirrored his voice without realising it. They didn't catch that moment when her smile wasn't just kind, it was curious, and because they missed the signal, they didn't act. They froze, they hesitated, and she moved on, thinking, he just wasn't that into her. But what if you could finally see it? What if you could walk into any interaction with the power to read between the lines, to decode the truth beneath her words, her eyes, her touch, her silence? That's what this video is for, because when a woman is genuinely into you, when she feels a quiet pull toward your presence, she does very specific things she wouldn't do for just anyone, things that bypass logic and come straight from her instinct. And today I'll show you all 7 of them. You won't need to overthink. You won't need to guess. You'll know by watching how she behaves when your energy walks into the room. So lean in, because once you understand these signs, you'll never chase uncertainty again. You'll walk with clarity and become the man who notices what others are blind to. Let's begin. Every man has felt it that moment when you're around a woman and something changes. She laughs a little differently. She lingers when you speak. She finds reasons to stay near you, yet never quite says why. You sense something under the surface, but because she hasn't said it out loud, you doubt it. And so, like most men, you wait, you hesitate, you don't want to assume too much, you don't want to come off as arrogant, you don't want to misread the moment and lose your composure. But here's the brutal truth, and it's one: most men never hear. Attraction isn't loud. It doesn't come with flashing signs or direct statements. It comes in fragments, in rhythm, in subtle behavioural codes that 99% of men are too distracted, too ungrounded, or too emotionally reactive to notice. And the result, you miss the moment she walks away, thinking you weren't interested, and you're left wondering, did I just let something real slip through my hands? The worst part, she may have been testing you. Not with games, but with curiosity. She wanted to see if you could feel the current. She wasn't saying out loud, because for a woman, the man who can read her without her needing to explain, that man is rare, that man is magnetic, that man is dangerous in the best way possible. So, no, this video isn't about playing tricks. It's not about memorizing lines or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about something far deeper, something most men have never been taught: the ability to recognize female attraction at its root in the subconscious, shifts the tiny, tells the emotional microsignals that bypass logic and speak straight to your instincts. Because when a woman is into you, she will reveal it, not with her mouth, but with her presence, with her emotional energy, with the unspoken changes that scream, 1, truth, I want you to notice me, without me having to say it. And if you can see it, you become the man she can't stop thinking about. Because you're not just attractive, you're aware that's what this video will teach you. The 7 behaviours women only show when they're truly into you. Not when they're bored, not when they're polite, but when they're drawn to your energy and curious about who you really are. So if you're done missing signs, if you're tired of walking away from women who are actually into you, but you just didn't know it, then stay exactly where you are. Because once you learn these 7 signals, you'll never need to second guess as female interest again. You'll see it, you'll feel it, and you'll respond. Not with anxiety, but with calm, grounded confidence that separates men who guess from men who know. Let's begin one. She places herself in your orbit, hoping you'll notice she won't walk up and say, "I want you." That's not how feminine energy works. Instead, she'll subtly adjust her environment, shifting closer, positioning herself nearby, making herself visible without being obvious. She might enter the room and scan quietly, looking for where you are. And once she spots you, she'll settle in a place just close enough to be noticed, but far enough to keep her pride. She's not chasing, she's inviting. This is how a woman tests a man's perception. She wants to know if you're tuned in enough to pick up what most miss. If you haven't joined us yet, subscribe to Old Stoic, because here we don't chase, we observe, we lead, we understand women, not by reading scripts, but by reading truth. Comment below. Have you seen any of these 5 signs before, and did you know what they meant in that moment? You never know, may never say she's into you. She may keep it hidden behind a smile, a laugh, a casual goodbye, but her desire, it's always showing. You just have to be the kind of man who sees it without needing her to spell it out. That's the power of stillness. That's the power of presence. That's the paradox. This is Old Stoic, and you were never meant to chase her. You were meant to see her even when she doesn't know how to show herself. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, stay undeniable, stay